time on this session of fostering peace and unity and national consciousness. My brother, way too long. Africans, we've come way too long. We've survived miseries, we've survived wars, we've survived tribulations. We've survived hunger, we've survived diseases. And we've survived, and we've survived. In this session, we try to recount some of the unfortunate incidents, and should I call it rumors of war. And at last, some of them became the reality of wars. In Africa, in Ghana. You know, the severe consequences of wars are there for everyone to see. In Liberia, in Sierra Leone, so many tribulations, so many miseries, deaths that left millions of people dying, children's lives being cut short, and women being brutalized and raped. Oh. And what was the end game? The warring factions had to sit down at the end of the day to talk. What about if they had known and started talking at the beginning, before even many lives were lost? We are here to speak about the need to continue fostering peace and unity, and to try to reshape our national consciousness, because many of us have taken our peace for granted. You know that to agree to have a dialogue, it is said, is the beginning of a peaceful resolution. In so many ways, Ghana, we have had our checkered history in both civilian and military governments. People tried to be able to commit the nation into a kind of integration, to build that kind of united front that we as a collective will define our future and forge ahead as one people with a common destiny. Development in unity and diversity. Nkushila kyongo mabe ni yal kadama tengban ma te pamzan la tu sudonga ma zan le dema demda ka shabme be zan le kadama dinyala bin sharun tunete gu karbi yitunun domi sudo kalensi de tahyala pamna tengban shane kamani yen yale Liberia, Sierra Leone, Côte d'Ivoire, lo apamzan ha twabni chang de narala tengban ma collapse de nirbe nyanga katiyani ayi de akulotu kulin yara domi niveau shabiane mbwana shetan sa kamzan ha kadir la nyore tashi hankal pune to bin dir nyore tashi hankal pune du tukatis asanzal nima katuto yara ntere tab kadama timma su do shel titingbango manma tirzan le granted. We shouldn't take it for granted. Zahami yeto ashangadin danu nanu tum 1994 ka kumpame min nanu mbada ketabne hanu zongo tinanya dila de shahara hanu zongo de dawo na biane ndi nirba ndanya ka chanti jinla lo shambo sodoma ngomora akra ni man bibian kamza hara nnya kabon zon chang ni man ma banam ndiem be yon kwara toruzo tisudo boma diamond tun to tere taba kada ba mal tashi hankal niya balle boku polo no shanga dabam tinna ba wum ka papa mansuro bi ku ba man suru ban kadama to suru naun daima no vi ban zaha malala ni ya biar magbna domi at the end of the day tinyala ni mvu shaba tingban ni ditishara kadama ti bor sudo karinyala tinin kalu shatiyan zonchang dinde nin katashin hankal ka zo daima da tun to tere taba kadama lalati tu sudo ma tun to borle tun to zang ti ya ntu kukwale yataba anya ka su tum de bidial plan ben shakam za tuna yele security agents man, if you see something, say something. And in this regard, I would like to remind myself and all our listeners that the severe consequences of wars are there for everyone to see. I need not to reiterate more of it. And many governments, like I said, have taken it upon themselves to design strategies, national strategies, to counter that kind of upheaval that would nip it in the bud, that would nip certain conflicts in the bud, so that it would not rear its ugly head and cause animosity amongst the people. You know, we have cultural differences. We have the ethno-tribal, crisis. We have the chieftaincy crisis, the religious crisis. So many types of crises. And we need to redesign strategies that will nip it in the bud, because when conflict starts, it's difficult to stop. It's very, very difficult to stop. We as people have different customs. We have different, norms. We have different cultures and traditions. But that doesn't mean we should, be at the center of antagonism. We can actually agree to disagree in many of the areas that, cause rivalry, that cause petty competition and marginalization. Because many of the time, when these things happen, then each of the tribes want to outdo the other, and by so doing, some go to the extent of engaging in armed conflicts. The recent, it's not quite recent, that animosity between the Asante and the Evers have come a long way. And in Ghana, there are kind of secret, kind of antagonism amongst them. Even though some of them they intermarry. The patrilineal Asante side, some of them the matrilineal Asante side get to marry the patrilineal Ewe side. In so many areas, either in schools, in workplaces. So there have been attempts. But let's not leave it there and leave it to individuals to decide on their own. Governments should intensify, programs such as national festivals, national cultural festivals, national sports competitions. Aside that, they should try to encourage intermarriage between different, ethnic groups. That will encourage people to do away with certain mentalities and stereotypes about other tribes. Because trust me, if we don't jealously guard this kind of peace that we have as a nation, we will not have anywhere to go, because in the north is a French speaking, in the south French speaking, and so on. And we don't speak French, and when you find yourself in that area, no one will tell you that you will not have things easy, right?